This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Stick around to hear more about the special offer they're providing to the entire Upper Echelon community. Okay, the title pretty much says it all, but for those who want a little bit more detail, here you go. About 2 months ago, May of 2022, I did a video about a crypto company, project, token, all of it, called Celsius. In that video, I discussed a number of things, but one of the topics pertained to my own personal speculation about a large number of small Ethereum transfers. I was of the opinion at the time that these transfers might very well have been evidence of money laundering, and I even went so far as to say the following. I cannot say with definitive proof here that this is a money laundering peel chain, but I do not see any other plausible explanation at this point in time. However, that was then, and this is now, and after that video was posted, I have since learned a fair bit more information. Those transactions are gas fees. It's a convoluted mechanism to get the fees dispersed to users, in my opinion, but it's not money laundering. And thus, I do feel it is important to clarify that part of the video. Simple enough, right? Well, not so much. That one section of the video, while clearly labeled as speculation and opinion, with another explanation absolutely possible, I made sure to state that, was incorrect. But what I talked about after that is far more important. May 26th, 2022, I received an overnight letter from the Celsius legal team, a cease and desist letter, which demanded that I cease all such slanderous and defamatory activity. It directed me, as if they are able to do that and have any degree of control whatsoever, to desist posting any similarly slanderous or defamatory content regarding Celsius in the future. And it threatened me with legal action, stating that they would seek to prove damages at trial, inclusive of attorney's fees. Now, to be clear, a cease and desist letter is not in and of itself a lawsuit. However, this kind of threat is very clearly designed to silence me right now, as well as in the future, through intimidation. But the thing is, that really isn't going to work out the way they hoped. As a first response, while getting feedback from a couple of lawyers, with a few more I have yet to hear back from, I made the video private. I conformed to what they were demanding, but I was also conducting more research and getting a clearer picture of what Celsius Network actually is. Here is what I found. This video is predicated entirely on evidence. It contains factual statements only, based on publicly available data, court records, blockchain, and media publications. It is ironclad, and if Celsius wants to go through search and discovery, I will be happy to oblige. Also, at this point in time, I have no need of monetary support for legal fees. I am well-resourced and can defend myself without asking the community for help. Should they pursue that path and those conditions therefore change, I would certainly do so, but I don't have and likely will never need a GoFundMe for something like that, so a preemptive thank you, very much thank you, but no thank you right now to everyone who might mention it. Before going further, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is a massive and growing online learning community that is built by and for all of its users. One of the immediate best things that I always like to mention is there are no ads in any of the classes. Ads are obviously a staple on YouTube. I use them all the time. They support me, part of my livelihood, but with Skillshare, you aren't going to be served any advertisements, and you can just go at your own pace without any added interruptions. For me, animation classes are proving to be the most useful right now. I just completed one called Hand Lettering in Motion by Jake Bartlett, and this kind of animation skill set is ideally going to help enhance the quality and visual appeal of all of my YouTube videos. It's far from the only Skillshare class that I have watched with that in mind. There's a great deal of them, but it is the most recent. Skillshare is created for all brackets of skill. You can be a hobbyist, amateur, or even professional who finds value because it allows people with real experience to communicate that experience in a helpful way. And when you join, you can even try out a Skillshare Live class, which adds a new dynamic layer to the online learning experience. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link down below in the description will get a 1-month completely free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring right now. Again, the link down below in the description will give the first 1,000 users a 1-month free trial so they can explore the site today. Big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring the channel. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the track record for Celsius token over the past 2 months. Wow, that's a shit show, and a colossal capital wipeout, which damaged a lot of people's livelihoods. The token is now trading at a similar price when compared to 2020, losing all of its gains over that time frame. Celsius token is in free fall. Now, the market conditions that led to this point are not really my concern. My real concern is the spiderweb of factual connections between Celsius network leadership, rug pull token scams, and money laundering. This is Alex Mashinsky. Alex is the CEO of Celsius Network and also the entry point for us to explore a series of business relationships that paint a very troubling picture. It all starts with an NFT. Twitter has implemented a ridiculous new NFT profile picture system, which allows a user to display their NFT if they own the wallet it is in. This is Alex as an NFT, and his wallet that he controls is holding it. Now, Lucky for us, I say us because I heavily consulted with a user, Dirty Bubble Media, in the production of this video. His social media is linked down below. He does excellent work, and I'll discuss the information he has helped me with a bit later on. Anyway, lucky for us, Twitter's NFT verification system also allows us to trace the image and its controlling wallet. This right here is Mashinsky, controlled by a crypto wallet which I will call, for the purpose of this video, Wallet 1. Wallet 1, as the first ever transaction in its history, was funded by another wallet which I'm going to call Wallet 0. This means, in no uncertain terms, that Alex Mashinsky's verified NFT is being held in a wallet that he owns, which was originally funded by Wallet 0. Stay with me here. Wallet 0, the original funding wallet, has many transactions dating back multiple years, but some of those transactions are very important. Mid-December of 2017, this wallet was receiving hundreds of thousands of the AMM token, also called micromoney. Micromoney was a crypto lending platform, sound familiar, that boasted significant investors and partnerships. Among those partnerships was a company called Governing Dynamics, and Governing Dynamics was founded by Alex Mashinsky, who is currently listed on their website as managing director. Now, it's important to understand these hundreds of thousands of micromoney tokens were being sent to Wallet 0 before the token went public, as per CoinGecko. And in the days after that ICO, all of them were dumped onto the market. This is what is called a rug pull. And if you scale back, AMM peaked at well over $2. Monday, January 8th, 2018, the price was at $2.43. That same day, Wallet 0 sold 100,000 tokens. 2 days prior, another 100,000. 3 days before that, same thing. We can demonstrate exactly what happened with this visualized graph right here. AMM tokens come in, all of them flow out through one intermediary wallet in the process into now defunct exchanges. Classic rug pull by Wallet 0, which is the original transacting wallet with Alex Mashinsky's personal NFT wallet, and received the tokens before public release. Also created by a company directly partnered with Alex Mashinsky's Global Dynamics initiative. Hopefully that made sense. That right there is cause for concern, owing to the fact that micromoney is now priced at a fraction of a penny, but there's more. Wallet 0 also has a significant number of trades for a token called Sirin. Sirin, also titled SRN, is a token from the company Sirin Labs, founded by a man named Moshe Hogeg. Remember that name. On December 27, 2017, Wallet 0 received 1.5 million Sirin tokens, 3 days before its initial coin offering to the public. After December 30th, Wallet 0 dumped 1.5 million tokens within 1 week. Here is a visual. Tokens go in, ICO happens, tokens go out through one intermediary wallet and hit the exchange. Flash forward, SRN token is worth a fraction of a penny once again, just like micromoney. Wallet 0, directly connected by verified transaction to the wallet owned by Celsius CEO Mashinsky, participated in 2 separate rug pulls, but there's more. In order to fully detail all of this, it's going to get very complicated, but I'll try to lay it out as precisely as possible. In November of 2021, Moshe Hogeg, the founder of Sirin Labs, was arrested by Israeli police on charges of massive crypto fraud and sex trafficking. During that arrest, subject to a gag order by Israeli officials, multiple other individuals were also taken into custody on crypto charges, such as money laundering, including Yaron Shalem. And Yaron Shalem was the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, of Celsius Network at the time. When confronted in a public forum, an AMA actually, on Twitter, CEO Alex Mashinsky had this to say. Please listen to the audio in full. It will be incredibly important later on.
Doing good, man.
Great. So, Alex, I just wanted to ask you a quick question about this news I've been seeing out of Israel regarding Moshe Hogeg. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it looks like your CFO worked for him for a number of years, and people are saying that he might have been arrested along with Moshe and some of his other conspirators. Do you mind telling us about that?
Yeah, I don't know much about it, so I don't know what's happening there.
Well, so I guess my question is, it looks like this, your CFO, it looks like you guys have been together for a little while, but like all of his experience before Celsius Network looks like it was with this guy's companies. So I mean, you must have some familiarity with it, considering you hired him. I just want to make sure that this doesn't pose a threat to the community or anything.
Well, I don't see any connection, but if you think there is, if you want to send me something about it, I'm happy to take a look at it.
Okay, so you're denying any knowledge or anything about this case or where your CFO is right now?
The guy you're talking about has nothing to do with Celsius, okay? So
Yoram Shalem has nothing to do with Celsius Network?
the guy you talked about, this Hogeg guy, has nothing to do with Celsius.
Right, but your CFO worked for him for like several years before Celsius. It looks like it's basically all of his experience. It just seems like, something that at the very least poses a reputational risk to your company,
Again, I think you're making assumptions. I don't know where you're getting your information, but, don't have any information about that.
There it is. The guy you're talking about, this Hogeg guy, has nothing to do with Celsius. That is effectively his answer, and it would seem to imply that Mashinsky doesn't really know who he is, but here's the reality. Alex Mashinsky served as an advisor to Cease Labs. This had to be discovered through Internet Archive since the site has been altered since then, but he's there right on their actual webpage. Furthermore, on the official website for Celsius Network, again found in the Internet Archives, Moshe Hogeg is a listed advisor of that project as well. These two CEOs and founders are advisors on each other's companies, one of which produced, Cease Labs, a crypto rug pull that a wallet directly connected by initial transaction to Alex Mashinsky participated in. A better answer than this Hogeg guy has nothing to do with Celsius would be Moshe Hogeg was at one point an advisor of Celsius, while I myself was an advisor to Cease Labs, his company. He is no longer associated with Celsius, but I am intimately familiar with who he is, and also, yes, our CFO was arrested alongside this man on charges of crypto fraud, embezzlement, money laundering, and more. That's probably a much more truthful and factually accurate way to respond. But see, a lot of this I already covered last time. We need more. Meet Ronnie Cohen-Pavon, currently listed as CRO, Chief Revenue Officer of Celsius Network. Pavon is a lawyer by trade. He is a partner at Herzog, Fox & Niemans, which is the law firm that represented Cease Labs for their ICO, which became a rug pull by insiders. Now, this kind of representation must have borne lucrative fruit because Pavon also represented Moshe Hogeg personally for a real estate deal and a sports team purchase. That's another C-suite executive of Celsius Network with close business ties to Moshe Hogeg, who was arrested with multiple others, including the CFO of Celsius Network, on charges of, quote, massive crypto fraud. The bulk of this was discovered, documented, and chronicled by Dirty Bubble Media on Twitter. Again, I will link his profiles down below in the description. Not finished. It turns out, as per reporting done by the Times of Israel, Pavon started a company in May of 2021 with a man named Eliran Oved. Oved, by the way, was convicted of money laundering in 2012. The company they started together was called NNY Capital, but when responding to the Times of Israel, Oved's lawyer stated, quote, NNY Capital never had any activity and is not an active company, end quote. In similar fashion, Pavon denied any relationship between this shell company, I guess we'll call it, and Celsius, but the fact remains that the chief revenue officer for Celsius started a company with a convicted money launderer in 2021, after representing Moshe Hogeg, a man arrested on serious charges of crypto fraud and money laundering, while their own CFO was arrested in addition, and the CEO, Alex Mashinsky, appears to indicate in public that he doesn't really have a thorough understanding of who exactly this Hogeg guy is. Still not done. Just yesterday, Radio Canada published an article which contains further revelations, including a discovery that the director of the Australian branch for Celsius Network, named Brendan Gunn, is also a director or partner in a slew of other companies that have been sanctioned or warned against, according to Radio Canada, by the Australian government. And even more importantly, Brendan Gunn's name appears alongside a company called Lincoln Media in not one, not two, but 3 additional company registrations. Lincoln Media is apparently owned by Eliran Oved's wife and is currently being pursued by litigation in Israel for involvement in financial scams, meaning that not only was the CRO of Celsius Network involved with a convicted money launderer named Eliran Oved, the director of their Australian branch was also heavily involved with him or his connected entities in multiple other companies. It's a lot to digest, I know that, so let's summarize. Alex Mashinsky, CEO of Celsius Network, acted like he didn't really know who Moshe Hogeg was, and yet Hogeg was an advisor to Celsius Network, while Mashinsky was an advisor to Cease Labs. A wallet that is directly connected by the very first transaction, in fact, to the personal wallet of Alex Mashinsky, participated in 2 separate rug pulls. One of them was Micromoney, which was partnered with Governing Dynamics, owned by Mashinsky, the other, Sirin Labs, to which he served as an advisor. In addition, Wallet Zero was given 80 million Celsius token directly. I cannot say with certainty who it belongs to, but I definitely have my suspicions. Celsius Network's CFO was arrested on charges of money laundering after being heavily involved with Moshe Hogeg's prior businesses. Celsius Network's CRO represented Sirin Labs for the ICO, which turned out to be a rug pull, and subsequently represented Hogeg himself on multiple different occasions. The CRO of Celsius Network also started a shell company with convicted money launderer Eliran Oved, who also has business ties for multiple companies with Celsius Network's Australian director, Brendan Gunn, as per Radio Canada. These are facts, and factual statements are not defamatory or slanderous. Celsius issued a cease and desist as a result of clearly labeled speculation and opinion in order to intimidate me. So I checked the speculation at the door today. I am fully prepared to hire legal representation if they pursue this further and go through search and discovery and have it all see the light of day. That's it. If you want to support the channel, please check out the links down below, specifically Locals and Patreon to get away from AdSense. Also Odyssey, a YouTube platform alternative, another YouTuber to check out. Dirty Bubble Media, definitely check him out as well on other social medias. Merchandise, etc., but I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.